Yo, what is going on, guys? Toucher322 here, back, and today, guys, I'm bringing you yet another ASL video. And in this ASL video, I have for you guys the ASL Season 1 weekly recap, and basically background on why we were doing an ASL Season 1 weekly recap is because it's the only season of the ASL that we don't have like history of it. So each and every week after your Season 4 weekly recap, I'm going to be bringing you guys a Season 1 weekly recap. And this is pre-Gen 7, so it's interesting to look back on. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into this. We have week 3 here. In the first match, we have Sand taking on Lumberjacks. Sand's team consists of Raikou, Golbat, Mega Beedrill, Weavile, Arcanine, Golurk. And Lumberjacks team consists of Rotom, Frost, Rhydon, Meloetta, Roserade, Spiritomb, Mega Absol. Let's get into it. So we have a Mega Beedrill leading out against Rhydon. Mega Beedrill is going to go for the U-turn into Rhydon. As out comes Golbat on the Rhydon, not fearing the Stone Edge whatsoever, as the Golbat is going to go for the Defog, and the Rhydon is going to unfortunately miss the Rock Blast. Now Golbat is going to U-turn out into the Golurk, and Rhydon is going to set up its rocks. And the Golurk is going to set up a Rock Polish here, but is forced out by the Spiritomb. Spiritomb going for the Will-O-Wisp, but Sand is going to make the prediction going into the Arcanine, knowing that there's nothing the Spiritomb can actually do. I don't understand at all why Lumberjack actually went for the Shadow Sneak there. His play 100% was into the Rhydon. Sorry, I had to take a drink. But the Arcanine is going to land a Toxic on this Rhydon. This Rhydon is going to unfortunately miss yet another Rock Blast. And Sand is going to try and predict the swap out. I don't really know why, but either way, the Rhydon going for the Rock Blast, getting 4 rolls, then is going to go ahead and swap out, as the Arcanine is going to have no fear, morning sunning up on this Rhydon. Going out into Spiritomb. Now Sand has the upper hand right now because there's nothing that the Spiritomb can do, but Spiritomb is actually going to go for the Mementos, or maybe trying to get into Absol just to set up like a Swords Dance or something like that. So Arcanine is going to be forced out into the Golbat, and this is exactly what the Absol is going to do. It is going to set up the +2, and this is a +2 Mega Absol, and the Golbat actually takes a hit from it, surprisingly enough. And Golbat is going to be able to go for the U-turn, get on out of there, and Arcanine comes out, wanting to get the Intimidate off, and then Sand is going to double back out into his Golbat, sack it off to the rocks, let Absol just click knock off, and then goes back out into Arcanine just to waste it. So Absol is going to go for the Swords Dance. I don't understand that play in the slightest. His play was to 100% swap out into the Rhydon. If anything, it was to sack off the Meloetta, since it does nothing unless it's Choice Scarfed. But anyways, Rotom is going to come out on the Weavile, and Rotom's going to have a tough time taking another knockoff, or a knockoff. But nonetheless, the Weavile is going to swap out, as Rotom is going to get the Volt Switch initiative. Going out into Roserade, as Roserade can wall Raikou, bar HP Ice, and Extra Sensory if I'm not mistaken, but the Raikou is just going to want to go for the Volt Switch into the Rhydon. Rhydon is going to then go out into Rotom, predicting the Golurk likely to come out, but then Golurk showing to be faster than this Rotom, taking it out with a Life Orb Dynamic Punch. And then out comes Mega Beedrill, knowing that all Roserade can do is HP Fire, but HP Fire wouldn't make a whole ton of sense. And then it's going to go for the Poison Jab, and then it's going to follow it up with a Protect, just because then the next roll of Toxic is going to kill this Rhydon, plus either a knockoff or an Eviolite, oh my god, a knockoff or a U-turn. So this Meloetta is going to come out, does prove to be Scarf, so there was a reason for Lumberjack keeping it around. And knowing that this is Scarfed, he has to go out into his Roserade, really his only play. Hope for no confusion. Roserade does get confused. That is going to die to a Shadow Punch. Definitely a little bit unfortunate. Weavile wins the game anyways, so does it really matter? Don't really think so. Anyways, out comes Meloetta, is going to go for the Psychic, and that is going to be good game, as Weavile is immune to Psychic type moves, obviously, and Sand is going to win a 3-0 victory over Lumberjack. Moving on to the next game, we have an Aria taking on Anderson, a classic. Wait, just cutting off a little bit. Oh no, it's not. Nice little classic. Of course, these two have been in many ASL seasons, but anyways, Aria's team consists of Mega Gardevoir, Mandibuzz, Kecleon, Volcarona, Conkeldurr, Cincino. Anderson's team consists of Excadrill, Cresselia, Kyurem Black, Heliolisk, Mega Deontay, and Chestnut. First up, we have Conkeldurr against Deontay. Oh, and I would like to say, I'm sorry that this is up late. It's just with Thanksgiving and all that stuff. We've been busy, so if videos are off this week, have no fear. It's just because lives. People have lives, and you have to understand that. So hold up, let me move this over a little bit. But Anderson making a nice little play. Nice little play. Bounce that Toxic right back. There. It was just off-centered a little bit. So the Cincino is going to go for the Bullet Seed into the Mega Deontay. Anderson, knowing that he can live, is going to say screw it. Almost died there to the double crit on the Bullet Seed. But showing off that Sash is going to save the Cincino. Going into Kyurem Black, knowing it can take really whatever this thing wants to do. It's just play to go for the U-turn, but either way. Kyurem is just going to want to go for the Zen Headbutt, hoping to maybe flinch as Conkeldurr is going to get rid of it. There's no real way for Kyurem to get around Conkeldurr besides the Zen Headbutt. So Conkeldurr going for the knockoff into the Cresselia and getting rid of its leftovers. Crest just wants to go for the Moonlight and nice and 13% to the Cresselia. The Kecleon is going to go for the Power Up Punch and is going to want to try and boost its attack here. Maybe get a nice little Shadow Sneak Sweep. No, not happening. It would have to get to like +6, even then it doesn't kill Cresselia, I don't think. It doesn't kill like anything at +6. It's like kind of crazy. Because Anderson's team is actually really bulky. But Anderson predicting a flying type move is going to go into Excadrill. He's wrongly mistaken, but still gets off a nice rock slide into this Mandibuzz, getting him back to 5-5 in this match. Predicting the Mach Punch and or Drain Punch, really doesn't matter. He's going to want to swap out into his Cresselia. And then Kecleon is going to come on out here. It takes 8%. This thing can wall the life out of Cresselia. Nothing it can do. Because you can just Drain Punch for health back and then Shadow Sneak. Boom, there you go. And you're no longer a fighting type. So Kecleon's an interesting mon. But anyways, Kecleon going for the Power Up Punch, wanting to just get some damage off. Plus raise its attack so it can actually do something. But it then is going to die to this Chestnut Seed Bomb. Then out comes Cincino. Don't know why Aria did that. He might have forgot about the rocks, I guess. But anyways, Gardevoir tracing Seed Bomb, which is interesting because then Anderson is 100% forced out because it cannot do anything. Cresselia is going to be 2-shot on the swap in. Anderson wanting to show off a potential Scarf Drill sweep. It's not going to be possible just because Conkeldurr having the access to Mach Punch. And that is exactly what's going to come out here. Is Anderson is just going to sack off his Mega Gardevoir. Or not Mega Gardevoir, Mega Deontay. But anyways, the Chestnut can come out, go for the Drain Punch, getting rid of this Conkeldurr. Then out comes Gardevoir. And Anderson has to sack something beyond Excadrill. And that is exactly what he's going to do. Is it Scarf Excadrill? Yes, it is. Excadrill going to go for the Iron Head and is going to pick up a 2-0 victory for Anderson over Aria. In the next match, we have Panda wants to hug the Mono Water team taking on Doom. And Panda's team consists of Tentacruel, Quagsire, Azumarill, Politoed, Volcanion, and Mega Swampert. Doom's team consists of Thunderstarian, Alomomola, Crobat, Magneton, Umbreon, and Manaphy. Let's hop into it. With a Politoed against Thundersleed, very much favoring Panda. Panda not fearing anything though. Is going to go over the Encore on the predicted setup, so very risky turn 1 play. But he's going over the Toxic. Manaphy does not care. Get that nice hydration up, boy. Going back out into Thundurus on the Protect. Thundurus is going to set up a nasty plot, and Politoed is going to go over the Toxic instead this time. Much better play in my opinion, just because you can Toxic stall with this thing. But that is exactly what Panda is going to try and do. He's going to go out into his Quagsire, wanting to absorb the potential Thunderbolt, but Doom is not messing around. He's just going to go for the Agility, just in case Mega Swamp wants to come out. He's going to go for the Grass Knot, as it does look like Toxic Stall is how Panda would like to win this game. His Quagsire is going to fall in the process, but Thundurus is going to die to the next roll of Toxic and or this Aqua Jet. So Doom, knowing that, he wants to go out into his Alomomola, and it is going to take a Rocky Helmet. The Azumarill is going to take a Rocky Helmet to the face, but Aloe going for the knockoff, getting rid of this Damp Rock. So the Damp Rock is going to be active for this set of rain, but after that it's not going to be. So Volcanion is going to be out on Thundurus, and Thundurus is back to full, going for the Nasty Plot. I have no clue why Doom did that. All he had to do was click Thunderbolt. If Swamp comes out, then fine, you just go hard Umbreon / Aloe. But anyways, Manaphy trying to set up here. The Volcanion is going to miss the Steam Eruption. Very, very unfortunate, but Volcanion does show to be faster, which is interesting on its own right. But Manaphy is going to go for the rest, so this is a nice set by Doom. Really trying to take advantage of that rain by using Manaphy's Hydration ability. But Manaphy going for the Energy Ball into Tentacruel, and Manaphy going for the Scald, just because Doom knows Scald plus Energy Ball is going to kill this Tentacruel. His Energy Ball likely doesn't kill it. Without a crit, I don't think it does. But he's actually going to get a low roll and does not kill this Tentacruel. And Manaphy is going to have to take more damage along with a poison. That poison is going to be irrelevant if the Politoed does come back out, though. So out comes Volcanion. As we saw from earlier, Volcanion is faster. Doom wanting to go out into his Magneton can take the Sludge Wave, but does not take the Fire Blast. Umbreon coming out, trying to sponge a hit potentially. He's going to go for the Toxic as Panda wants to capitalize on this thing with his Azumarill. And Crobat's going to come out here predicting a play rough, but Doom is going to have to take a knockoff, which does over 70% of this Crobat. Going on to Aloe, which is the biggest stop to this thing, a big stop to Swampert as well. He's going to be sitting in here. He's going to take an Earthquake and then can go for the Toxic. Putting this Swampert on a timer is huge for Doom. It means he essentially wins the game at this point, just because that is his fastest thing. I don't think Volcanion will be outspeeding Crobat, and it's at a range where it dies, I think. But Manaphy is going to get this Wish back along while it's going to get rid of its poison. Pretty sure this is HP Electric, could be HP Grass, but HP Electric makes a little bit more sense to me. But anyways, out comes Umbreon. I wish Doom would go Crobat. It makes no sense to go Crobat, but I just want to know, is it Electric or is it Grass? But Umbreon is going to throw a Wish in the air, wanting to stay healthy. It is going to go for the Protect, and then is going to get its Wish back. So Volcanion wanting to swap out, put the pressure on with this Politoed to potentially Toxic. It's going to double out into the Volcanion. Not really sure what Panda was predicting, but has to go out into Swampert here. Can take that hit actually nicely. Then Crobat is going to go out into Alomomola. Can get some nice Rocky Helmet off on the Swampert, along with some Toxic Chip. And Swampert's essentially dead from any hit that this Aloe throws at it. Aloe is going to go for the Protect as Umbreon comes out on this Volcanion. And it can go for the Foul Play, but Azumarill's a little bit threatening. I don't know a whole ton why he went for the Toxic there. I do think Foul Play was the best play, and or doubling out to Crobat. But anyways, Azumarill is going to come out. It's going to have to take some Rocky Helmet. Goes for the play rough as Crobat can actually eat that up this time. And Panda is going to swap out, predicting the swap into something. Predicting the Aqua Jet. I don't even know. I'm saying stuff that doesn't even make sense. But Crobat is going to get rid of the Mega Swampert. Wants to U-turn out into the Manaphy, since Manaphy can 100% capitalize on this Politoed. You can go for the rest, and essentially it's a double recover if you want to think of it like that. And Manaphy is going to get hit with, again, I'm going to call it as HP Electric. It's going to get hit with HP Electric, is then going to go for the Energy Ball. So Manaphy going out into the Alomomola. Alomomola going to get that nice Rocky Helmet off as the Azumarill is going to die. Then the Politoed is just going to sit here as Panda is going to forfeit. So I believe that means the last kill goes to Alomomola, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Doom's going to win a 4-0 victory over Panda Wants a Hug. Moving into the next match, we have Altaria Modus or Ian taking on Lotad. And Ian's team consists of Mischievous, Megalopony, Registeel, Zapdos, Porygon 2, and Caracosta. Lotad's team consists of Landers, Therian, Talonflame, Hitmonlee, Wigglytuff, Exeggutor, unfortunately not a Alolan, and Shuckle. Let's hop into it. We have a Mischievous against Shuckle lead. Excuse me. Ian counter leading this Shuckle, wanting to go for the taunt, making sure this Shuckle cannot get up anything. Shuckle doing a powerful 7% to this thing. Mischievous is going to want to go for the Will-O-Wisp, just wants to wear this thing down. So weird to see the 12%. I'm telling you, so weird. So Zapdos is going to come out here as this Umbreon. Umbreon, oh my god. This Shuckle wants to go for the Encore. And then is going to set up a Sticky Web as Zapdos can just go ahead and repeatedly defog away all these hazards that Shuckle's trying to put up. And Shuckle could not do jack about it. And Zapdos, yeah, just going to go for the nice HP Ice. Just seeing if Lando wants to like mess around. Wanting to go out into Registeel, predicting the Stone Edge. That is exactly what is going to come out here. And then Registeel does not care. Ian packing the powerful counter. Getting rid of this Lander is Atta, baby. So protecting likely for the high jump kick. The Registeel is going to want to then go out into the Mischievous. Mischievous can take the knockoff because it no longer has its Eviolite. I guess it wouldn't matter. It would do about the same amount of damage, I think. But anyways, Zapdos is going to take the knockoff pretty comfortably. I mean, it doesn't have an item anymore. So the Exeggutor is going to take a Thunderbolt, but does not take an HP Ice as it is going to go ahead and drop. Out comes the Talonflame. Talonflame looking to put on a little bit of pressure. Is going to go for the Brave Bird. Don't really know why. Flare Blitz was a much better play unless he doesn't have it. But anyways, Lotad is going to sack off his Talonflame to this Caracosta. And now comes Zapdos on the Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee proving to be a, what's it called? Life Orb. Well, it was proven to be that earlier, but whatever. Zapdos is going to go for the Roost. Can just repeatedly Roost up. That's Ian's play since this Hitmonlee is going to die to its own burn damage. And then out comes the Wigglytuff trying to prevent this 6-0. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's going to go for the Life Orb Hyper Voice. I dig it. I dig it. But anyways, Zapdos is going to get rid of this thing. Picking up a nice little 6-0 for Ian. And that's going to be the game. 6-0 over Lotad. Next up, we have Raver taking on to Spam. And Raver's team consists of Mega Scizor, Heatran, Latias, Drapion, Mesprit, and Celebi. Spam's team consists of... oh my god, I almost said Druddigon. Donphan, Mega Ampharos, Rotom Wash, Delphox, Salamence, and Steelix. You can tell I need to stop recording these at night. Oh my god, I'm so like disoriented. Whatever. It is what it is. We have a Mesprit against a Mega Ampharos. Since Mega Ampharos does normally win this matchup, since Volt Switch is doing a nice 38%. Spam is going to be able to get into his Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash can also Volt Switch, but he's actually going to go for the Thunderbolt. That does a considerable amount of Celebi, so this is either offensive Celebi or offensive Rotom Wash. We'll see in a minute. I'm going to guess it's the Celebi. So Celebi is going to go for the Nasty Plot, and then is going to be able to follow it up with a kill on the Salamence. So down that thing goes. Delphox, being at base 104 speed, I believe, is going to pressure out this Celebi. Spam making a beautiful double out into the Donphan, predicting the Heatran, and then can follow it up with a knockoff, predicting the Latias or the Mesprit to come out, and then can two-shot whatever wants to come out. So very good couple of plays by the Spam. But then is going to sack off his Donphan to this Celebi, since Celebi is a huge threat to his team. Very good bring on Raver's part, especially a Nasty Plot variant. You can see how much it rips through him. But the Delphox wanting to play straightforward this time, as out comes Heatran. It's going to give him the Flash Fire boost, and then Heatran going for the Toxic, predicting... sorry, Dion. Predicting the Rotom Wash to come in, getting a little bit of chip. Is then going to go for the Trick to give this Celebi Choice Specs. Alright. I think it said Choice Specs. It was either Spectest Scarf. I'm pretty sure it said Specs. But Steelix gonna come out here since Psyche's really gonna do nothing. But then Steelix can follow up the Earthquake with a Heavy Slam, as another Heavy Slam is gonna kill this Latias. Spam knows that and wants to go out into his Rotom, predicting what is likely to be the Scizor or the Heatran, I'm gonna guess. But the Steelix is gonna hang on with a little bit and is gonna go for the Fire Fang. Unfortunately for the Spam, does end up missing. So very, very unfortunate. Dullfox gonna be in here. He's gonna go for the HP ground. So nice play on Spam's part. The next one is likely not gonna kill. It would have to get like a max roll, and even then I don't know if it kills. The Heatran is gonna go for the Lava Plume. Does not kill the Ampharos. So Ampharos gonna go for the rest. A little bit of hope for Spam. Maybe if he can roll like a Sleep Talk Agility. Maybe. No, there's no way he has room on this set. It would have to be Rest, Sleep Talk, Volt Switch, Agility. There's no way. Well, then he would have to like run something for Latias. Yeah, there's no way. Anyways, this Heatran is going to heal up, wanting to give himself the best chance to live this roll, as he does. And then Ampharos is going to come out, try and save the day, or what it can do. Heatran is just going to go for the Lava Plume. Raver just trying to do what he can. And this Ampharos is actually going to have the Volt Switch and does get rid of the Heatran. So it's going to be a 4-0 in favor of Raver, as Latias picking up the last kill on this Mega Ampharos, as Raver is going to win a 4-0 victory over to Spam. And for the last match of the week, you'll see that there's only 6 matches in this week, but that is simply because one of them was a forfeit. ST Castile forfeited to TG, so TG did get the forfeit win for this week. But hopping into this game, we have Eminem's Spectest taking on Thunderflight, and Eminem's team consists of Amoonguss, Terrakion, Mega Sharpedo, Clefable, Darmanitan, and Audino. And then Thunderflight's team consists of Mew, Feraligatr, Jirachi, Gastrodon, Heracross, and Togekiss. Let's hop into it. Actually, I think that's Mega Heracross. We'll find out shortly enough. This is going to be Terrakion taking on the Mew. Predicting the turn 1 Stealth Rocks, Terrakion is going to have 0 fear, going for the Taunt, then going for the Stealth Rock. So it's definitely a support role for Terrakion this week. Audino, so it is Mega Sharpedo. Good, I got that right. So Audino is going to go for the knockoff. Nice little tech on Audino just to shuffle items. So out comes Sharpedo. Now here's where the pressure gets put on. So Gastrodon isn't going to come out. And of course there's no first turn Mega rule in the ASL. And there never has been, and I don't think there ever will be. So the Mega Sharpedo is going to go for the Crunch. And the Clear Smog is going to come out. So nice preparation on T-Flight's part. Just very unfortunate that this Gastrodon... well, what am I talking about? This Gastrodon had to get crit. Fearing the Scarf Togekiss, since that seems like a plan that Thunderflight would do, he gets the Clear Smog off, so Scarf Togekiss can revenge it for the rest of the match. He's going to swap out. Here we are, Clefable and Mew, both paralyzed, but Clefable is taunted, so it can only like Moonblast or Fire Blast, whatever it's going to do. Eminem's going to make a nice double out into his Darmanitan, predicting the Jirachi to come out, and Darmanitan can fire off a huge Flare Blitz, getting rid of the Mew, which is huge for that Terrakion if it does have some offensive moves on there. But doing 65% to this Feraligatr, he does not care. The boy does not care. So out comes Mega Sharpedo. Just wanted to go for the Crunch, just because if it does go for a Waterfall, I believe it might be able to kill Togekiss after Rocks. But no fear with this Sharpedo, no fear. Gonna go for that nice Waterfall, almost killing the Togekisses. It is actually not Scarf Togekiss. So out comes Jirachi, and if this is not Scarf Rachi, then the Sharpedo is going to be able to kill it. Doesn't want that to be the case. So Jirachi is just going to go for the Iron Head, as it cannot stall at this Amoonguss. Amoonguss can just Synthesis all day, or just like there, Spore the Heracross. Doesn't look to be Mega Heracross, unless he's not running Mega Heracross. Goes out, and the Mega Sharpedo is just gonna sack it off to Rocks. No, it's not. It's not Mega. I swear someone had a Mega Heracross. What the heck, dude? What tech, dude. Eminem's gonna double out into Clefable, and T-Flight apparently wasn't counting his sleep turns, as then out comes Jirachi. Clefable just wants to go for the Thunder Wave. Definitely Eminem's better play. And then Audino comes out on this Jirachi, as it can take hits from it. Then can likely, it's actually just going to go with the knockoff. Gets rid of this Jirachi's Choice Scarf. So now the Terrakion outspeeds everything, assuming that it is max speed. And it can kill almost everything. I'm lenient on the Heracross. Stone Edge might be enough. Don't truly know though. But yeah, Jirachi getting over the Fire Punch. Just trying to do what it can. Audino just trying to get rid of it. He's going to get a nice crit. Very fortunate for T-Flight. But then he's going to get paralyzed right back. So it's as if that Iron Head flinch never happened. Audino is going to kill the Jirachi and get some Wish back. Out comes Heracross. Heracross can punch an absolute hole in this thing. And it is going to... I thought the crit mattered. I don't think the crit mattered. Out comes Clefable. Clefable's going to wall this thing. And then Clefable, all it has to do is break out of paralysis or break through paralysis, and that is exactly what is going to happen. Eminem is going to win a 3-0 victory over Thunderflight. So that is going to be the ASL Season 1 weekly recap for Week 3. And I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will see you guys all in the next video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.